Excuse me, I got a question.
Somebody give me Romans 13 and 11.
I have a question.
It's a Ronald car, man. Give me Romans 13 and 11.
Khan, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Brother, you need a water?
Thank you.
I think we got a problem, got a problem.
Let's go. Get up. It's that club, baby. You hear that? We can't sit down to that. Okay.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Shigluch, LOXD Block, Silverback. Hey, yo, right now I need to shout out the ISUPK classes.
I want to give a huge, big, humongous shout out to all the UPK schools.
We can't sit down to that.
Shout out to Black Watch, hosted by General Johanna. Word, I need y'all to check out Cross the Line Radio as well, man. They've been open all week from 7 to 9. They ain't shut down because of the corona, the COVID and all that. They rockin' strong, you know what I mean?
Think we got a problem, but really it ain't though. It's one of me and these bitches, I count about 3, 4. Think we got a problem, but homie just all talk. He ain't gon' pop a balloon with a pitchfork. Nah, think we got a problem in the club with this dog. Rude boys, dogs, ladies, everybody. Yo, shit, what they want.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel's ISUBK Delaware. Here for ISUBK Delaware Scripture Breakdown class. So the question in the room we had was about abortion. So that's what we're going to go into first. Zerabel Carr, you said you got what? You said you got Lamentations 4 and 3. You got Isaiah 44 and 2. And Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 5. Right? All right. Psalms 127. All right, bet. So first thing, when you get into abortion, first thing we gotta do is understand the spirit of abortion. Give me Exodus 1 and 15. So abortion always been okay. Abortion has always been a way to kill off Israel. Right. When abortion first started, it was directed to the Israelites. And then when abortion was made famous again by American Singer and Planned Parenthood, it was then again reintroduced to Israelites again. You know what I mean? So The spirit behind abortion is genocide.
Right.
So we're gonna start with Exodus 1 and 15.
Khan, sir.
You got it?
Khan.
What?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah.
Now, a midwife is, I'm sure, excuse me, sis. What's a midwife?
A woman that helps bring forth a baby.
A woman-
outside of like a hospital.
Like, I think today they call them doulas, right?
Yeah.
So a midwife or someone who practices midwifery is someone who helps to deliver the baby or helps during the process of the natal period. So so this midwife, go ahead, read from the top again, 1 and 15.
Khan. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife.
Now he told him, when you do your job as a midwife, this is how you do your job as a midwife. The Hebrew midwives. Go ahead.
To the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools. If it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
Now this is called aborting a baby. You know what I'm saying? This is getting rid of the baby in its earliest sense. In Exodus, the book of Exodus, women was aborting their baby. Not purposely, but it was done as a punishment to Israel. You feel what I'm saying? When that son come, kill him. Keep going.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
Now, why would Pharaoh do this? Zarabakar.
Try to kill off our line.
To try to kill off our line. Exactly. Now, that's what abortion is. The same thing. That's the same thing abortion is. We're gonna read. We got the book. Yeah, Exodus 1 and 15.
I'm grabbing it now, sis.
Hey, Salak, yeah. Somebody grab this book.
Which is the Negro population?
The Negro Project by Gunnar Murdoch. American Dilemma. Excellent book. If you ain't got that book, if you ain't get your hands on that American Dilemma, please go get the American Dilemma. All right. So in the book American Dilemma, it talks about where abortion came to a head in America. And abortion was a way to kill off the babies, of course, but it was directed to black people as a form of genocide. The one thing they tried in the 30s was lynching. Another thing they tried was police brutality, and this thing that they tried was abortions. I mean, so Planned Parenthood was a way to get rid of the black neighborhood. You got it, Jalen. I mean, Salakia. God damn. What's your name?
Gosh.
Salakia.
Negro population, and in addition, expensive to society.
Read the book and what page you on.
Okay, Salakia. This is the book called An American Dilemma. This is page 170. Negro population, and in addition, expensive to society and dangerous to white population.
The Negro population is expensive to society and a danger to the white population. Go ahead.
The only possible way of decreasing Negro population, Slakia. The only possible way of decreasing Negro population is by means of controlling fertility. But as we shall find, even birth control for Negroes as well as for whites will in practice have to be considered primarily as a means to other ends.
So birth control has to be considered as a means to other ends. It can't be the actual result of what you need to do. It's the other practices, you know what I'm saying? Like abortion is the first thing because that's how you're gonna kill off the babies. Birth control is how you another practice. Go ahead.
Than that of decreasing the Negro population. In the final analysis, all these theoretically possible policies to effectuate the white desire to decrease the Negro population are blocked by the American greed, except birth control, which, however, is largely attached to other ends.
Give me fertility. Drop down till you see the word fertility.
Comic-Con.
Matazi Allah, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 56. Just hold that. It's in that same paragraph.
The same paragraph.
All right. So anyway, give me the scripture I asked for, Taziala. Why you find that?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
That delicate woman, the woman you can find as even as delicate as she can be. You feel what I'm saying? That's how Israel is. We got the most delicate sisters. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Tender. They don't even want to put their foot on the ground. You feel what I'm saying? That delicate. That same delicate sister, read after tenderness.
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
Now we learn that evil from the devil. You know what I'm saying? We learn that lifestyle from Satan himself. You feel what I'm saying? And when we learn how to do that, we learn to be evil towards the people that love us. We learn the wickedness from the devil, which is the white man. You feel what I'm saying? Keep going.
And toward
our oppressor. What?
And toward her son. And toward her daughter.
So that same delicate sister gonna have that evil eye towards her son and her daughter from what she learned from our oppressor. Keep going.
And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. And toward her children which she shall bear.
Now this is in Deuteronomy, man. This is one of the curses that we was gonna face in Israel. If we didn't listen to the Most High, we was gonna have to live through this. And this is a curse that we living through today. This is how we know who the Israelites are in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that delicate sister that we have today, you may meet her, she's sweet as hell. You feel what I'm saying? You caught her, you take her out, she's a beautiful sister. You have a baby with the sister, or you try to have a baby with the sister, and she just become wicked as hell. She become evil as hell because she's been plucked out by that wicked one. You understand what I'm saying? So sisters, if you're listening, you know what I mean? Just try to maintain that same tenderness, that same delicateness that you always had. You feel what I'm saying? Because once you let that evil get to you, you become wicked to the husband of your bosom and the children that drop from between your feet. Keep going.
For she shall eat them.
She shall what?
For she shall eat them.
Devour them. Go ahead.
For want of all things secretly in the siege and straightness.
So you wanna take that trip to Cancun. You can't take it with a baby. You feel what I'm saying? You wanna be a doctor or a nurse or a lawyer. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to do that with a baby. Or that brother ain't there with you all the time. He may be there. He may be there some of the time. You feel what I'm saying? And you don't want to give him a baby. So you eat your baby and devouring one of all things. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
Drop that. Give me Job 39 and 13.
Okay.
The word fertility is in the above paragraph, but it's not in the.
It's not in the highlighted area. What it say? Is it anything good?
It says in some, if America does not turn fascist, the numeral.
You want page 170?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It said the numerically and politically dominant white population will be driven by its national ethos to abstain from taking any practical measures to realize its desire to decrease the Negro population. Instead, it will be compelled to extend to the Negroes the population measures taken primarily to build up the white population.
So that's the reason that they do abortions, even Pharaoh in Egypt, because Israel was getting so big, because Israel was getting so large in numbers, they killed off the men. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing with America today, because the niggas was getting so big. You know what I'm saying? The Negro population was getting so large in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Before then, we had Black Wall Street. We had Richmond, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? We had Harlem. You feel what I'm saying? We had you name it, Memphis, Tennessee. All these black cities sprouted up within 50 years, and it was $1 million, billion-dollar industry. Black people in America was becoming great, and in order to stop that, you know what I mean, they had to find something to do. So they had lynching in the 30s. Right after the 20s, the most lynching ever, the decade with the most lynching was the 30s. Right after we had Black Wall Street. You feel what I'm saying? Right after that, they had the most lynching in the 30s. And then you had the Great Depression. White people was suffering. You feel what I'm saying? All in the same time period. So in order to stop black people from becoming great, they had abortions. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how they had us get devoured. You know what I'm saying? Like we wanted to be great. You feel what I'm saying? So in order to be great, you kill your babies because you think that you don't need the babies to select. How can I put this? All right. They sell you a dream. Esau sells you a dream.
Right.
And with that dream, you feel as though you can't have extra baggage.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Your kids will become that baggage.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's the dream that Esau sell. When in theory, our wealth is our nation.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And when we think like that, that's how we get strong. But in order to keep us weak, we kill off our seeds. That's him.
So like, yes, sir, but May, what you bringing out is so heavy, right? I was just talking to someone about this, and I was telling them, I said, I'm more wealthier than Oprah Winfrey. And they like, well, how could you be more wealthier than Oprah Winfrey? I have a seed. I have a child. I have children. My legacy gonna live on. When she died, that's it.
Right.
Because she was more focused, like you said, on her career. And that's something that a lot of people, especially a lot of women, say, well, I don't want to have any children right now because I want to focus on my career. You know what I'm saying? So I was just having that conversation with somebody that's just so heavy.
Right. Wealth is your health and your family. You know what I'm saying? Like money is good. It's good to have opportunity, but money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? Ask the richest man why he said. You know what I mean? Beyonce still got problems. Any more on that? Well, give me Job 39 and 13. Y'all got any other questions in the class? Let me know. Any questions in the class or online? Just ask them.
It's the book of Job.
Salakia, Tashiyam, you got me with this online stuff, man.
So I got you.
All right,
I'm good. You good, sir?
All right.
You ain't gonna do nothing. I got it.
Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, it's the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 13. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust?
So start at Job 39 and 12.
Colonel Khan, it's the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 12. Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn? Verse 13.
Right.
Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich?
Who gavest thou goodly wings into the peacock? The peacock got beautiful wings. Who gave us the wings and feathers into the ostrich? Go ahead.
Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young.
She is what?
She is hardened against her young ones,
Go ahead.
as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear.
This is how Israel has become. We become as the ostrich. So I think it says that somewhere else in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We treat our kids as if they nothing. You know what I mean? We use our kids to get McDonald's Happy Meals from brothers. You know what I'm saying? Kids become a weapon. You know what I mean? We weaponize our kids to get at a brother or to use them to get through the system. You know what I mean? To survive. And our kids get devoured as beasts. And that's why we see so many homicides, so many murders, so many deaths in the city of Philadelphia and every other city, because our children has become as if, they just, a tool. You know what I mean? Something that we can use to gain. Any more on that?
Carnival Khan.
Go ahead.
As though they were Salakia. Because God, verse 17, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Right.
Come. What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider.
This is the spirit of the sister that would abort her child. I mean, she treats her children with this same neglect. You know what I mean? So this is the spirit behind abortion. These is kind of some deeper scriptures that you want to go into as far as abortion. The scriptures that the brother pulled earlier was definitely, milk scriptures. They were definitely scratching the surface. But to get into the idea behind abortion, definitely going to the American Dilemma, Gunnar Murdoch, going to these two scriptures and describe the process behind abortion. You know what I'm saying? Where did it start? Started in Exodus. You know what I'm saying? And describe how the mother thinks about her children. You feel what I'm saying? The curses that we're going to go through in Deuteronomy. You feel what I'm saying? And that'll give you a better breakdown on abortion. You know what I mean, any other questions in the classroom?
Hey.
Yo, it's hot as hell in this joint. Can you turn on the AC? It's lucky.
Common concert. I had a question in the book of Obadiah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Edom.
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking to my mother because she always has a problem with like me calling the white people the oppressor. It's like the oppressor, the devil.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was telling them that they are the Edomites. And so she says something like how all the Edomites were destroyed in this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get a clarity on that. Like, why does it say they was all destroyed? Oh my God.
All right. So Obadiah gave a prophecy. Christ gave a prophecy. So this prophecy did come to pass. And we see it. We're going to see it again, right? I believe it's in Revelations 20, when it said it's going to bound up for the first 1,000 years, something like that. Then it's going to bound up for another 1,000 years. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was Esau was destroyed. Esau was destroyed in 173 AD when Constantine, one of them Constantines came through and took over Rome. And when he took over Rome, those Romans went into captivity. And that's what we know today as the Byzantine Empire. We went into the Dark Ages for 1,000 years. You feel what I'm saying? And Esau was slaves. We had black kings, we had black pharaohs, we had black emperors. You know what I'm saying? And for that time, the earth was shut up. You feel what I'm saying? So Esau during that time, for that 1,000 years, was destroyed. So it did happen. But it's coming again. Let's get Revelations 20. Find it in the book, The Dark Ages. Let's get Revelations 20. 1 second. Any questions, be sure to ask them. Right.
So you said Revelations what?
20. Hold on. What's that scripture? All right, Revelations 20 and 1. Let's go there.
Common concert. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 20 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven,
Mm-hmm.
having the key of the bottomless pit
Mm-hmm.
and a great chain in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent,
Mm-hmm.
which is the devil,
Right.
and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years,
Mm-hmm.
and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him.
Now, this was the prophecy that was given to Edom. You know what I'm saying? And this happened. So read it from the top again.
Con. And I saw an angel come down from heaven,
The angel that came down from heaven was Christ. Go ahead.
having the key of the bottomless pit,
And that was the power that Christ had. Go ahead.
Mhm. and a great chain in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Now, that chain is when he bound up Esau and put him in that bottomless pit. That bottomless pit was Europe. Go ahead.
And he laid hold on the dragon,
His name was Septimius in 193 AD. Septimius came and overthrew Esau. You know what I'm saying? And they put him in the Byzantine. That was called the Byzantine Empire. Go ahead.
that old serpent.
Mm-hmm. That
Which-
what?
That old serpent.
That old serpent, which is who? We know who the old serpent is, right?
Con.
Who's the old serpent?
Esau.
Esau.
Cain. Oh wait.
It's like
Esau.
Esau.
Yeah, Esau. Yeah, the spirit of the old serpent is now Esau.
Right. So I was gonna say that the spirit of the same serpent that was in the garden.
Exactly. Keep going.
And Satan.
No, don't skip that part. Don't skip the other part. That
Slack
old
you.
serpent. Go ahead.
Which is the devil.
Which is who?
The devil.
The devil. Go ahead.
And Satan.
Uh-huh.
And bound him 1,000 years.
So this really happened. In 193 AD, Septimius came and overthrew the Roman Empire. And Rome went dark for 1,000 years. So Esau was destroyed for 1,000 years. Keep going.
Con, sir. And cast him into the bottomless pit.
Mm-hmm.
And shut him up.
Mm-hmm.
And set a seal upon him.
Go ahead.
That he should deceive the nations no more.
Uh-huh.
Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
So that's where we at right now. We in that little season.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Con.
So when the scriptures, when Obadiah talk about when Obadiah talk about Esau being destroyed, Esau was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But we know who the devil is. We know who Satan is. And this prophecy actually still goes hand in hand, congruent with Esau, what actually happened. You feel what I'm saying? So these prophecies living and breathing. You feel what I'm saying? Obadiah wasn't just talking out his mouth. Christ wasn't just talking out his mouth. These ain't just words. You feel what I'm saying? These words are real. So what did your mom have an issue with?
Because they claim that that the Caucasians are not Edomites, and they were saying that the Edomites are no longer in existence today.
Caucasians are no longer Edomites.
Yeah, and she was saying no
longer Edomites or never Edomites.
No longer. They claim that the Edomites were destroyed, so there's no more at all. That's what it is. Not like they're no longer Edomites, but that the Edomites are destroyed completely. So there's no more left alive today.
So what you would do in that situation, you could prove what you got to say, but just tell them to prove what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because we could prove this time and time. You know how many books we got right here?
Right.
We could prove who Esau is 1,000 times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got tons of Esau breakdowns. Tons of them. Mm-hmm. So just ask her, how can you prove that Esau don't exist?
Right.
How can you prove Edom don't exist? In some of these books, it actually says the Roman Empire was the kingdom of Esau or Edom. I forget which book it is. I'll pull it though. It's in my notes somewhere. Just let me find my notes. You know what I'm saying? But it says Rome is the kingdom of Edom.
Real word.
You know what I'm saying?
Tough.
Like it called Roman Esau or Romans Esau. So I'll pull it for you by the end of the night. I'm gonna give you that book so you can take it home and show your mom. You know what I'm saying? Shalakia. Any more on that?
It's talking about he saw thrones.
Do you want to keep reading that part?
Keep going.
Common concert. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them.
It's a book called The Dark Ages. You can see in that book, if I could find it somewhere, you can see where Esau was on their knees bowing to the dark kings. I think his name was like Arthelso or something like that. I'll find it for you. If that book is here, I'm gonna show it to you. You know what I mean? So Esau was shut up for 1,000 years, and he was bowing with their face to the dirt. Keep going.
Common concert. It's the Revelations chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image.
Right, which have not worshipped the beast, neither his image. They was killed for the Most High, right? And the people that killed them did not worship that image. Go ahead.
Neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
What is that mark upon the foreheads? Zarabakar. What's the mark in the forehead? You on it? Tasha Young, what's the mark in the forehead?
So you said the mark of the beast.
What's the mark? What's the mark of the beast?
It's your right. It's what you think. It's your mind. It's what you thinking. It's your righteousness. Like Christians in their mind, they believe what they believe. Jehovah's Witnesses believe what they believe. Muslims believe what they believe.
Right.
So the mark of the beast is your mind. It's what you think your righteousness is in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Kosh, what's the mark of the beast?
I would say like Thusium, like Officer Thusium said, like philosophies.
Philosophies. That's the word I was looking for. That's the mark of the beast. They didn't have it in their foreheads. Keep going.
Or in their hands.
How would you have the mark of the beast in your hand, sis? Give her a hand. Give her a hand. For the things that they were doing. Go ahead.
And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm. This 1,000 years happened. Go ahead.
But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first resurrection.
This is the what?
First resurrection.
The first resurrection. First resurrection. Go ahead.
Blessed and holy is that have part in the first resurrection.
Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. When that first 1,000 years did happen, when we was ruling for that 1,000 years, Byzantine, the word Byzantine means backwards. So the Byzantine Empire meant they called us the backwards empire. We didn't call ourselves the Byzantine Empire. After we got done ruling, they called us the backwards empire.
Oh wow.
Tasha, you were saying something? All right.
Are you saying Byzantine or Byzantine?
Byzantine, Byzintine. Don't start me the line. Jesus Christ. Byzantine. It starts with a B, with a Y and a Z. Byzantine. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
On such the second death have no power.
Mm-hmm.
But they shall be
it said, blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. So whoever was there during that time, that was the time. You feel what I'm saying? That's when we was blessed. You was born into 1,000 years where we was in rulership. We had Esau in captivity. That was a beautiful time. And the Byzantine Empire, as they call it, went all the way to UK, to Russia, to Italy, to Rome. All of Europe was black. You feel what I'm saying? It was this one king called Persinius Niger. The word Niger, of course, means black in Latin. They said the back of his neck was so black, he got the nickname Niger.
Oh, wow.
He had money. And the only way that your face can be on the money is if you was a ruler.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's in one of these, I think that's in Nature Knows No Color line. That's right there. But go ahead.
Khan, sir. On such the second death have no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
So Satan, which is the devil, who is Esau, was loosed out of his prison, and that was the battle of Constantinople, where they took back their kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And Esau came onto power again, and that's when we seen the Russian icons. We started to change the faces of the black people. You know what I'm saying? They started to recolor Christ and recolor Moses. You feel what I'm saying? And Esau started to get his rulership back.
Like I said, is that and would that precept be Malachi?
Pull it.
Malachi 1.
Pull it. That's why you can't really find much history on Esau before like the 12th century. You feel what I'm saying? Before the settlers, whatever you call them, started coming to America, before like 1400, it ain't much history on Esau because it's black people.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? I think that's it on there.
Sir. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I love you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, where has thy loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith Yahweh. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness.
Perfect. That's perfect. Now you tell your mother, if Esau is dead, does that mean Jacob's dead too? Does that mean Elam is dead? Does that mean Lot and his children is dead? Moab and Ammon? So are all the children of the Bible dead? Did all the kids disappear? And if they was destroyed, when did they get destroyed? I mean, you got to answer these questions because if she don't have the answers, then you know it's foolishness. You feel what I'm saying? If you come in here and ask a question and you be like, yeah, who killed Biggie? And I just start stuttering. And I don't got the answers. You ain't going, you be like, all right, he don't know the answer. You feel what I'm saying? But if you ask your mom the question and she don't know the answer, you can be like, Mom, you don't know the answer. And she should humbly say, you know what, you're right. You know what I mean? And take her place and understand that her son has acquired knowledge greater than hers. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
She's prideful of that happened.
She proud. So I mean, what? Don't say it like that because my father, if Dad, you listening, has extreme pride. You feel what I'm saying? Extreme pride, and I had the same pride. You feel what I'm saying? And like it was hard to come into here to find men that were stronger with more knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? And that pride is going to deceive you. You feel what I'm saying? Pride is deception. So my father had that same pride, but at some point in time, he started to call me and ask questions because the Lord has blessed him with the power to be able to understand where information comes from. And in his case, it's coming through me. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't shit. Salakia. You know what I mean? But I'm able to give him the answers that he wanted. You feel what I'm saying?
If I may, sir, and if I may, I just want to read it again. This is to the young man Kayash, right? In Malachi 1:3, it says, "And I hate Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness." That's his fall. That's what Officer Knock is talking about, far as his fall. But then this is his rise when he came back, because he had got all the way to when Esau came back. That's the Renaissance era, and that would be Malachi 1:4, where it says, "Whereas Esau said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh. They say they shall build, but and this is what Yahweh is saying, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have an indignation forever."
Right. Right. So Esau was destroyed for that 1,000 years. Esau came back. You know what I'm saying? But that's because the Lord gave them that. The Lord gave them that blessing. He said, all right, Esau gonna go away for 1,000 years. And he did. Then he said, after 1,000 years, Satan gonna be loosed. And he was. But now we gotta come back and put him back in those chains.
Right.
He been loose for 1,000 years already. That was 1200 BC. Now we about to be on 2020 something. You feel what I'm saying? So it's on us to put him back in those chains. We ain't never gonna do it until we got power, brotherhood, in Christ. It's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions in the classroom? Did you get your answer? Answer your question?
Yes, sir. I think the water.
Any other questions in the classroom? Ooh, this class is stiff, man. Y'all niggas order a pizza or something, man. Y'all stiff. Y'all, I feel like I'm actually in school. Yeah, man. All right. What we gonna do? All right, so it's like somebody had the hand raised. By July 4th. Let's get it. I know we beating the dead horse with the July 4th scriptures. Give me Isaiah 30:2. Isaiah 30:2. One thing about Israel, we love the oppressor. We love the white man. We love everything he do. You know what I'm saying? Everything he give us, the incentives that they give us when they give us a raise on our job. You know what I'm saying? We feel like the Lord gave us a raise. You feel what I'm saying? When it's just Esau giving you a little bit more liberty in his kingdom. You feel what I'm saying? The Lord definitely gave you that raise for sure because he's trying to give you the opportunity. But we give Esau the credit, which is where we fall. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Who got Isaiah 30:2?
Common Con, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 2.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
See, look, man, when we listen to Edomites, or we listen to Esau, or we listen to the kingdom that we live in, we take the counsel of the wicked. You feel what I'm saying? So it says instructions to him to take the counsel of the wicked. Go ahead.
and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
That spirit that we use on, or that spirit that we have on July 4th is the devil spirit, because it don't come from the Lord. It's Satan's spirit. I mean, I know nobody in here going to celebrate July 4th.
Right.
I know during this time, you will run into somebody who's going to say something to you. And when they do say something to you, it's best to be armed with the information. Whereas though, in your case, when your mom asked about Esau, if you would have had the information on deck, you would have been able to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? You've been able to battle. So that's why we go over these scriptures. That's what scripture breakdown is for.
That's right.
Because when that time comes, you should be able to defend yourself.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, woe unto the children that listen to counsel from the evil. I just paraphrase that scripture, but y'all get the point. Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin.
We're going to add sin to sin. Now, you may see it as something as harmless as throwing hot dogs on the grill. Or you may see it as harmless as watching the fireworks. To you, it's entertainment.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It could be entertainment. It's just a hot dog. It's just a hamburger. You feel what I'm saying? But that meat or that offering is burnt up to its God. You feel what I'm saying? And when you eat that meat, you're worshiping the God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like if you eat the birthday cake, you're celebrating the birthday. You feel what I'm saying?
Got a question.
But,
so in terms of holidays, like if somebody brings me a plate back, and since we know it's just regular food, we shouldn't eat it because it was for like the 4th of July or like our birthday or like Thanksgiving or like Christmas, because they prepared it for that holiday. We should not eat it, even though we know it's just regular food.
As you get wise in this truth, you'll start to make life-changing decisions. You feel what I'm saying? Now, as your time grow, you'll be able to understand more, right? So for now, when somebody bring you a plate from July 4th or a plate from Thanksgiving, you feel what I'm saying? Now you want to say no. You feel what I'm saying? And we all gonna say no. Because if we don't say no, the brother that's sitting right beside me gonna be like, oh, this nigga's celebrating Thanksgiving. But I may not eat all day and I don't got no money in my pocket. I'm hungry as hell right now. You feel what I'm saying? And if somebody bought me that plate, I'm like, damn, what do you do then? You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, that's your spirit. You gotta, now it's not damn the holiday. Damn the food that's going to the holiday. I'm hungry right now. You feel what I'm saying? But you're not celebrating this holiday. So it's a difference in how you do it. Like you might be eating the plate like you know it's Thanksgiving dinner. And you like, Mom, bring me home some of them mac and cheeses. I love when you make mac and cheese. Mom, Benjamin like, Mom, bring me home some oxtails. You mean, I love them oxtails. At that point in time, you eating the food because it's being cooked. It's the Thanksgiving dinner. At that point in time, you should not eat that food. You know what I'm saying? The spirit gonna guide you. Like, all right, this food wicked as hell. I ain't gonna eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some cereal. I eat the cereal. You know what I'm saying? But if you hungry as hell, you ain't got nothing to eat, and that food is in your face, and you like, I can't eat it because it's Thanksgiving food. Well, that's your spirit. You feel what I'm saying? Then fast tonight. You feel what I'm saying? But if you can't fast, you fasted so many days, and that food is in your face, it's up to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Pray to the Most High, get some counsel, and make the best decision. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna be with you. All right. Give me Isaiah 30:2.
Khan. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
In Israel today, we ask Esau for our strength. You feel what I'm saying? We trust in Esau. Read that scripture one more time.
Khan, sir. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves.
They not asked at my mouth. They didn't ask the Lord for strength in the sight of Pharaoh. They ain't asked the Lord. Go ahead.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
They asked to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. They wanted our oppressor's might. They wanted what the oppressor had to offer. You know what I'm saying? The ability to date the oppressor can give us. You know what I mean? So we go to colleges and we think that oppressor gonna give us more ability.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? We get into these workforces or these jobs, we think our oppressor gives us more ability. And we ask our oppressor for strength. When that strength is nothing to the Most High. Because with that strength, you add sin into sin. You know what I'm saying? You might be a drug dealer. You feel what I'm saying? And you getting strong with your drugs. You feel what I'm saying? You make $1 million.
Right.
Esau got you $1 million business. You got $1 million blocks around the corner. You feel what I'm saying? They moving. And you sitting at home getting strength, getting stronger. But that strength is from the oppressors.
Con.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's adding sin into sin. And that's not how we grow as a nation. That's how you get destroyed. You feel what I'm saying? Keep going.
Con.
And
to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
And we take that spirit of America and we trust in that spirit of America. We trust in that dark cast that has been casted over us. That life that we live is in the dark of America. And we trust that. But us in here, we sitting here because we trust in the light of the Most High. You feel what I'm saying? We trust in something totally different. We don't look at the strength in Egypt and think that it's something beautiful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't take that strength in Egypt or America or Rome or Greek. We don't take that strength and use it unless we use it for the Lord.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Keep going, sir.
If y'all got any questions, please ask. I mean, okay, Shalom. Shalom Hebrews, the 4th of July is coming up. How many brothers and sisters is going to celebrate? Y'all with Ash, man. Come on, man. Get off this damn thing acting crazy, man. Y'all with Ash, go sit down and eat some ice cream. Y'all with Ash, man. That's a good brother, man. It's a good brother. All right, Atara. Shout out Atara. Nahalia in the building. We see you, Nahalia. Wyatt Kwam. Y'all recall seeking eternal life. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Go ahead, Salak, say it one more time.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Sir. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
The strength of Pharaoh gonna be your shame. That same strength that we get from America, that same money you get from selling drugs, that same degree you get from that college, you feel what I'm saying, or that same raise that you get, that's your same shame.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? Because when you lose that, you're gonna feel it.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna be bad a long way down. You feel what I'm saying? What?
And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
That trust in that shadow of Egypt, or that trust in that dark light, that's gonna be how we confuse. We can't see our way into the Most High. That's gonna be like the seed that grew with the thorns. You feel what I'm saying? Because we gonna be confused. We can't grow in both. You can't drink out of both cups. You feel what I'm saying? So you're gonna try to grow into the truth and then grow into the world. You're gonna try to drink out the cup of the Most High and drink out of the shadow of the cup of Egypt. And those two things is confusion.
Yes, sir.
So this verse is basically saying don't trust like the money, like just like your money and your job and stuff, but trust in the Lord.
Right. Well, with our money, we do righteous things with them. You feel what I'm saying? So we make money and we get gas. We got gas money. Now we take that gas money and we drive across the country to go see another brother that need help. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Or we go drive up to another city to go get something, to make something for the truth. You feel what I'm saying? That same money that we make, we spend it on something that's gonna make the truth grow more. You feel what I'm saying? That's how we spend our money. The time that we allotted, because the job give us our little bit of time off, we spend that time growing this truth. Right. You feel what I'm saying? A brother call you 3 o'clock in the morning. You talk to that brother because he may need you at 3 o'clock in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that the blessing that we're given, or the thing that we see as a blessing, we use those same blessings to give it to other people. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how we make our nation great. So you might get a couple dollars. You might make a couple dollars in Esau Kingdom. Mm-hmm. But what do you do with it? You feel what I'm saying? Right. And that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us different or separate from anybody else. You know what I mean? Because where they gonna pop bottles and pop mollies and, you know what I'm saying, they go buy some hoes and throw some money in the strip club, we do something different with our money. Pyroboff makes lemonade with her money. God damn, that lemonade is amazing. I drunk 2 cups already. I just told him give me the whole gallon. I'm gonna do that with my money. I'm buying some lemonade. Right. Support the sister. Right. Brother make shirts. Support that brother. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He putting his hard work in. The brother make vest and headpiece. You know what I'm saying? We supporting that brother. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody making tea or what, I don't know what we doing in Israel. But whoever's doing something, we supporting them. Right. Because our money helps us grow. and then you get that money to that sister, that righteous sister, and she gonna do something else righteous with it. You feel what I'm saying?
Common,
and that's how we spend our money.
Solid.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
Drop that. Give me so as far as July 4th, you know what I mean, it's just gonna be confusion. All right, since fireworks are tied to holidays, are they unlawful at the time or just this weekend? All right, go play the firework if you want to and blow your hand off. Anytime Esau, okay, the spirit of fireworks is enlighten the sky. They say it's some kind of Illuminati sign. You feel what I'm saying? You can be a skeptic or you can be a conspiracy theorist if you want to. You feel what I'm saying? But they say it's illuminating the sky. And that's what the whole idea of fireworks come from. You feel what I'm saying? So people gonna go shoot guns and get caught with guns and go to jail. You feel what I'm saying? People gonna go throw fireworks and shoot them at people and people gonna blow their hand off. Or I know we used to shoot Roman candles at people. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if we in Philly, so it's a little different. Well, we was in Philly. You know what I mean? So it's a little different back. We used to shoot the Roman candles at people. Somebody could die. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can literally die shooting a firecracker at somebody. The whole street just be fireworks. It'd be like, it'd just be just sparkles and fireworks everywhere. You know what I mean? You'd probably get waking. All y'all should sleep at 3 a.m. You got a good sleep. Somebody throw a firework up. Boom! And you like, oh shit. Grab a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Like that spirit behind fireworks is definitely a satanic spirit.
Right. Sir, if I may, I believe what she's asking, because she says, since fireworks are tied to the holiday, are they unlawful all the time or just this weekend? And if she would look at our just the Passover, we had fireworks at our Passover, so
right.
They're not unlawful.
They're not fireworks are okay.
That's what she's asking.
Okay, right. So where there's no law, there's no sin.
Right.
I mean, so they're not unlawful. But what I'm speaking on is the spirit of fireworks. You know what I'm saying in the untrained hand, which is how we play with fireworks in Philly. The untrained hand is going to kill itself.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Fireworks are meant to celebrate, celebratory. I mean, you throw fireworks at the BET Awards or whatever, the Super Bowl. You feel what I'm saying? They do that to celebrate. We threw fireworks, like you said, which is a heavy point. We threw fireworks at the Passover. You feel what I'm saying? That's a good thing. But the last two Passovers. But the person that shot them fireworks was skilled.
Yeah.
He was trained. And he knew what he was doing. Nobody died. Nobody got their hand blew off. Now, as far as going to see fireworks for July 4th,
right.
All you're doing is you going to see their celebration. I mean, so if you wasn't at the Passover to see our fireworks and you do go to July 4th, that should say something about you. You know what I mean? Right. So just always be right with your spirit. You feel what I'm saying? Always make sure your spirit is right. Don't ever jack your spirit up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Answer your question, sis. All right. I think that's it on the John. Give me. Keep going.
Oh, Slacky. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes.
So drop that. Drop down to 7.
Khan. Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
For the Egyptians shall help in vain.
So America's help is in vain. America gonna help you. They're gonna give you that. You know what I mean, they're gonna give you that stimulus check. You know what I mean, and then inflation comes the very next year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean. So that helps nothing because you gave us $1,400, but then next month rent went up,
right?
Double. You know what I'm saying? A car costs triple. A house costs quadruple. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what the hell is stimulus check? You know what I'm saying? That help is vain. Keep going.
And to no purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore have I cried concerning this.
Mm-hmm.
Their strength is to sit still.
And these are people that we follow. You know what I'm saying? When it says Egypt, that's our oppressor. Their strength is to sit still. Their strength is they sit in them high offices and they just say stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And when they say stuff, we wind up doing it. They put a commercial out. They don't even do that. They just put a commercial out. And then we go sin watching that commercial.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even move. They just do something and we follow it. What?
Verse 8.
Hold on. What time is it?
It said, like, just reading that verse, it got me to thinking about how they sit back and drop crates of guns in Chicago, and they sit back and and what it says their strength is to sit still. Because all we're going to do is kill each other with those guns, and that's their main focus is for us to just kill ourselves.
Right.
And they also have reason to lock us up and put us away in the prison house.
Exactly.
It's double beneficial for them.
Take it back to the Iran Contra scandal. You know what I'm saying? When they got crack in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? They got runners to run it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers ran it. And a lot of brothers made a lot of money. And crack became an epidemic. You know what I'm saying? It made its way all the way across the globe. And all they did was sit still. All they did was introduce it to LA. Right. And it blew up. You feel what I'm saying? And it decimated the black neighborhood. Even to this day. Yeah. People still smoke crack today.
Right.
People still making $80,000 a week off crack today.
It's crazy.
Today, you feel what I'm saying? So many people died of crack in the 80s and the 90s and 2000s and 2010s, and today we still smoking crack. You feel what I'm saying? But while all of this was happening, 40 years, 4 decades, you feel what I'm saying? They just put it out there. And let us taste it. And we went bananas. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Con, sir. Verse 8. Mm-hmm. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, and children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
That's us, man. We those children, man. But not nobody in here. You know what I'm saying? As long as we endure to the end. But our people, the family that we live amongst, the family that we go home to, the family that we left to come here, is a rebellious people.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to hear this
at all.
You be like, Mom, look, Christ black. The devil's a white man. She don't hear that. She don't hear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
They say he's olive colored.
He's olive colored. Yeah. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ is green. Then my cousin, I'm with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, you know, I believe what he be saying. And he pick up the phone and say the Muslim John. Like, I'm like, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want to hear that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at some point in time, it's like, you know what? I get it. My brothers and my sisters, they like their wickedness.
Right.
They like it. And you got to be able to say, all right, when you read the scripture again, this is a rebellious people, lying children. They will not hear the word of the Lord. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, we understand that the people that's going to listen, the people that's in this classroom, the people that's on this chat, you know what I'm saying? They the people that want to listen. And those are people that you talk to.
Right.
But other than that, you're wasting your breath. Unless you're going to camp. Then we just blazing just the blaze. You know what I'm saying? That's a different spirit. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Con, sir. Verse 10. Which say to the seers.
Seers or the overseers are like the prophets. Go ahead.
See not.
They prophets see not. Go ahead.
And to the prophets. Prophesy not unto us right things.
So at that point, the prophets or the seers wasn't saying the right things. You know what I mean? And this happened. Read the book of Isaiah, man. Download Audible and just listen to the Bible. Listen to like a couple books like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Joshua, Lamentations, Acts. Just listen to some of these chapters. Right. They all in different times. The Bible ain't linear. The Bible just all broken up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so Isaiah may come before Daniel. Daniel may come before Joseph. You feel what I'm saying? Not Joseph, Joshua. You feel what I'm saying? So they not linear. So you got to just read it in its own chapters, the book of Isaiah. Read the book of Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? The book of Jeremiah. Read the book of Jeremiah.
It's like I said. So I was always taught that the Bible went in order. You know what I mean? So it's not for its
time.
It's like it.
Not for its time. Because, okay, I'll put it to you like this.
Right.
Daniel, the book of Daniel, right? God. Daniel goes, and then the history of Susanna should be in Daniel, which is from the Apocrypha. which is later on. It's in the Greek captivity. The three holy children is an excerpt out of the book of Daniel. You feel what I'm saying? So then you're like, okay, so this history of Susanna and the three holy children is supposed to be is between chapter 24 and 26. The whole holy children is supposed to be in there. So as it stops, he threw them in the fire, and then it goes into the three holy children praying in the fire when they boiling, and then it shows you how the spirits was going around and kept them from getting burned. You feel? And at the end, they stop, and then back in Daniel, it keeps going.
It's like I said, I never read the book of Susanna, so when Daniel and his three friends were inside the fire, that story is also found in Susanna.
No, Susanna was the sister that they said was that it was two elders, and they was in the room. They said the sister was very fair to look upon, right? She was pretty. You know what I mean, so the elders said they said they were smitten by her beauty. You feel what I'm saying? So when the brother left, those elders came and told the sister, lay with us, because if you don't, we going to say that you was in here with another man. And she just started screaming, right? And when she screamed, they ran. And then when people came in, they was like, oh yeah, she had somebody else in here. And then they was about to kill her. And then Daniel stepped up and was like, no, y'all tripping. He said, which tree was it under? He was like, this tree. He said, which tree was it under? He was like, this tree. They was like, y'all lied on Susanna. And them two others got killed. That's the book of Susanna. But Daniel was there.
I got you.
You feel what I'm saying?
The water.
All right. So it's not linear. It's be all over the place.
Wouldn't that be the same case for like the book of Job as well? Like the Job was before it was given Israelites, right?
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, same thing. I mean, and so we got this timeline right over there. I think I showed you the timeline last week, didn't I? I'll show you the timeline after class. In the timeline, you'll see all the books was written. I'll show you.
The water.
All right. Where was we at, man?
We're at Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10. The end of 10. Speak unto us smooth things.
Drop down to 12.
Go down to 12. Come sir. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word and trust in oppression.
Trust in what?
In oppression.
Our oppressors. We trust in our oppressors. Go ahead.
And perverseness.
And we like that wicked, nasty, backwards knowledge of America. Go ahead.
And stay thereon.
You stay with it. Go ahead.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
So following these holidays or going to celebrate July 4th, that's the wickedness that we trusted in. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a breach. That's the iniquity that's going to fall on us. Go ahead.
Swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces.
All right, you can drop that. Give me Hebrews 12 and 11. It's like it. Zarabakar. What does the word holiday mean?
Holy day.
Holy day. So what makes July 4th a holy day? Nothing. Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. But it is a separate day for America. They hold that date on high regard. It's not like July 3rd. It's not like July 5th. It's a different day.
And it's just crazy how it's holy to them is our destruction. You know what I'm saying? Like Thanksgiving. I mean,
right. You know what I mean? It's lucky. Yeah, absolutely. Can I get some more of that lemonade?
Like I said. What was that verse again?
Which one?
Hebrews
12 and 11.
Common concept.
Wow. Hebrews 12 and 11.
Common con. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous.
No what?
but grievous.
Read from the top.
Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore, lift up the hands which hang low, and the feeble knees,
right,
and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way.
Start back at verse 11.
Verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous.
That chastening seems to be grievous. I mean, that July 4th is grievous, man. Following that is grievous.
Right.
You know what I mean? It does us no good. I mean, as far as being a Black, Hispanic, or Native American throughout a Native American nation. I mean, because we're celebrating independence that we didn't have. You feel what I'm saying? We celebrating a story that wasn't ours.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And then America didn't even get the independence on July 4th, 1776. They got independence in 1981 with the Treaty of Paris.
Right.
You know what I mean? So on top of everything is all a lot. You know what I mean? Pop quiz. Mataza Ya'ala. What was the war that was fought in 1776 that was won that gave them Independence Day?
It was the Revolutionary War.
My God. My God. All right. All right.
It's all right. The water's sitting.
All right. Anything else in the classroom?
I got a couple of questions, sir.
What's good?
When I was growing up as a Christian, they always used to say like life and death is in the power of the tongue. Can you give me like a breakdown on exactly what that means?
Life and death is in the power of the tongue. If a king says you dead, will you still be alive?
It's like an order he gave. I mean, they will carry out the order and kill you.
So what he say is law.
Right.
Right. Okay. Here's the thought behind it. What you think is what you say. What you say is what you do. So if you say I can't shoot a basketball, your thought will be you can't shoot a basketball, and that'd be your demise. You'll never be a great shooter because you never said you was a great shooter because you never thought you was a great shooter. Right? So the further you make it in life is how you believe in yourself, in the Most High. If you don't think that way, you'll never become that. You feel what I'm saying? So your destruction is in what you say about yourself and what you say about other people. You could destroy a person's character or a person's fame by what you say about it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Or you could bring that person glory by what you say about it. You feel what I'm saying? So the things you say about a person, backbiting, gossiping, you know what I'm saying? That's how trouble starts. You feel what I'm saying? So if you was to say, let's say I'm like, yo, I don't like that brother Ka'ash. Every time I come into class, he's looking at me funny. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And like, which one? Ka'ash right here? Like, yeah, Ka'ash right here. Then somebody go hit him. Next thing you know, it's a whole fight. Somebody die. It's a big issue. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's because of what I said. If I would have never said anything, none of that would have ever happened. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So life and death is in the power of the tongue. It's simple. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as scriptures, bring it to he and he alone. If you have an issue with somebody, bring it to them and them alone. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you deal with that issue, because otherwise you'll have somebody getting killed, somebody going to jail that night, somebody dying. Backbiting and gossiping is of course unlawful in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? It goes with that, and I believe it's actually called backbiting in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely watch your mouth, especially when you're UPK. You know what I'm saying?
Common concept.
Next question.
So if I may, regarding that subject, that whole thing was played out as far as the watching it about the life and death being in the power of the tongue. That was played out right with the whole Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X thing. You know what I mean? That whole riff and how that ended up. How, you know what I mean? They got recordings of him saying this and that, and
right,
because he uttered those words. You don't know who's gonna take what serious.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Your reputation is in what you say. You know what I mean? So the things that we got from what Martin Luther King said, that's his reputation too. You know what I'm saying? Because he said some wild things. You feel what I'm saying? We got him on record saying he loved white women.
Right.
He killed himself. He hung himself.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? And these rappers, they be like rapping about whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how they die. You feel what I'm saying? Because you a gangster. And you live like a gangster, allegedly. So when a gangster walk up on you, you killed yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You could have been rapping about stocks and bonds. You could have been rapping about anything, but you're rapping about gangster stuff. And when somebody walk up on you and, you know what I mean? That was what you was rapping about.
Common concept.
You know what I mean? So, what's that?
My second question was, now, does that tie into like the law of attraction? Or should I say, does the Bible support the law of attraction? And
okay. The word law, that's the science word law, right? That word, okay. A law in the Bible is an order.
Right.
Right? Law in science is something that can no longer be a theory. Right? So like gravity becomes a law once it's not a theory anymore. So you may have a theory like, all right, gravity is, I dropped this thing and it's false. You know what I'm saying? If you do it so many times, that theory becomes a law. The law of attraction is someone's theory. What's attractive or who's attracted to what? How do things attract? So let me ask you a question. Do opposites attract?
I would say no, sir.
So Robert Carr, do opposites attract?
Yes.
You do? Sisters? Do opposites attract?
When you use a magnet.
When you use a magnet, opposites do attract.
Gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So would that be the law of attraction? Somebody get the definition of a law of attraction. Tasha, you had your hand up?
I was gonna say what you just said.
Look. Somebody get the definition of the law of attraction. You gotta read it. Oh, Alexa.
Common concept.
You got it. We got brothers. We ain't worried about Alexa. We ain't worried about Alexa. We got brothers.
Common concept. This is the definition of the law of attraction. In the New Thought Spiritual Movement, the law. In the New Thought Spiritual Movement.
In the New Thought Spiritual Movement. Good night. You know what I'm saying? So it's showing you that it's something that's modern. It's a modern theory. You know what I'm saying? And it's a spiritual thought. So that means it's probably somebody high as hell.
Right.
Good.
The law of attraction is a pseudoscience.
Pseudoscience, meaning it's not even really a science.
Based on the belief.
On the what?
On the belief.
Which means that's somebody's idea. Go ahead.
That positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experiences into a person's life.
So this person, whoever thought of this theory or this law, says when you say good things happen. When you say bad things happen. That's the law of attraction. So I guess what you're saying is you attract positive energy.
Right. Because so like I said, how they would describe it is, I mean, I grew up in the church, so they would say like, I am rich, and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's more of what they were trying to come at. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, okay. So what they saying? If they say they're gonna be rich, then they're gonna be rich one day. You keep saying you're gonna be rich, rich one day.
Right. That's what they.
All right. So they keep saying they're Chinese.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen because faith without works is dead.
Right.
So if you don't do the work, you're never gonna be rich. You could a poor man can say he's gonna be rich as much as he want. A blind man can say he's gonna see as much as he want. But you gotta go through the necessary actions to become that.
Right.
And the Lord, it gotta be in the cards for you, sis.
So like, it reminds me of like people that say, "I proclaim it, so it will happen."
I proclaimed it. I'm. What she said? I'm claiming it. I'm getting
Yes.
it.
Name it and claim it.
I'm naming it and claiming it. You feel what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with the Bible. That has nothing to do with the scriptures. Because if you don't go get it, it'll never come to you. That's the attraction. You gotta go get it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? At the bus, you're like, oh, I'm gonna catch that bus. I'm gonna catch that bus. Ooh, I'm gonna catch that bus. Jesus gonna bring me the bus. I'm gonna catch that bus. And you never go outside. You ain't never gonna catch no bus. You gotta go outside. That's the attraction.
Sir.
You know what I mean? I know you got more.
Yes, sir.
But
how do you deal with a violent rib? You know what I mean? Like, so she sometimes watch the classes and she be like, oh, so you going to get another wife now? You know what I mean? And she still calling me by my slave name. She be like, Jake, I'm a F you up if I see you out with another woman and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
how you deal with that woman?
Yeah.
You call her on every single bluff. Every one of them. So if she says she gonna F you up, if you see her with another woman, go get another woman. Because okay, all right. So that's what's gonna make you violent. That's gonna make you more violent. All right, bet. So I'm gonna go get another woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna call you on your blood. Matter of fact, I got 5 women. They all in the car outside. They all outside right now. You know what I mean? Talk to Robert Carr. Robert Carr tell you how to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Robert Carr. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Mataziala. Mataziala tell you. You feel what I'm saying? That break it down for you. Because brothers in here, they deal with the same thing you're dealing with.
Right.
And all you dealing with, you're not dealing with the sister. You're dealing with that demon. You feel what I'm saying? The demon inside of her is testing you. And you got to tell that demon that he can't beat you.
Right.
And when you get that demon out of that sister, you'll find that delicate, tender woman that you once seen. She's in there. But the demon is strong. The demon wants you to get out the truth. He's going to pull you out the truth by any means necessary. You feel what I'm saying? So he goes like Christ. Remember we pulled out the scripture where the evil spirit left and came back and saw the house was clean. You mean? And he brought back 7 demons more stronger than himself.
Right.
So when that demon come back, now you all black, boots, headband. You feel what I'm saying? Coming to class. You try to clean yourself up.
Right.
That demon gonna come at you 7 times stronger. Yeah. And it's gonna come through everything you love.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you look that demon right in his face, which is in the demon is beautiful. It's your rib.
Right.
You look that demon in his face and you tell that demon that he can't beat you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how you deal with the wicked woman.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Scriptures it's 1,000 scriptures. But right now you dealing with the actual spirit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, remember, I think we pulled it before. When we here before, and we talked about the brother that served the Lord. The woman, the evil woman hand is like bands. Hey, Tashian, pull that scripture for me. The evil woman hand is like bands, and the brother that served the Lord, and he gonna be free from the bands. I think it's in Ecclesiasticus. Robert Carr, you got that scripture?
I'm like, Ecclesiastes 7:26.
But
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death.
Now we know how bitter death is. You know what I'm saying? Some people, everybody lose people. I know we just talked about this last week. When you lose people, you know what I'm saying, that feeling of death is bitter. You know what I mean? When somebody died that's close to you, it's hard. It's hard to swallow. When your close family member die, your friend die, it's hard. You know what I mean? That's a bitter feeling. Go read it from the top again.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death.
Now, this feeling is more bitter than somebody dying on you. It's harder to swallow. It's even harder to deal with. Go ahead.
The woman whose heart is snares and nets.
Her mind is traps. Everything she say is trying to trap you.
Right.
It's just snares and nets and just hell and trauma and stress. You can't even talk to this woman because you talk to her, you like, you saw the game last night. Oh, who was you watching the game with? Damn, I'm talking to you about the game. You asking me about all these. You try to track me on every step. That's more bitter than death. That stress is just is paramount to any stress. It was another scripture that said, I'd rather live on the roof with a lion and a dragon than live with a evil woman.
Right.
God damn. That's heavy. I'd rather live on the roof with a lion and it's hot on the roof. It's like, I don't know if y'all know how hot it is on the roof. It's hot as hell on the roof. I work on the roof. It's hot on the roofs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you on the roof with a lion and a dragon because your rib is in the house acting nuts. You know what I'm saying? So more bitter than death is the woman whose heart or their mind is just traps and snares and shit like that. Keep going.
And her hands as bands.
Her hands is banned. Go ahead.
Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her.
So as we said before, just keep doing this, man. She hates you coming to class. No sweat.
Right.
Keep coming to class. She hates you getting another rib. She must be telling the future, something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. You want to know why it's going to happen? Because you acting crazy. You feel what I'm saying? I need somebody to talk to about this. I need somewhere to be because I can't deal with this. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm supposed to come home and have a nice place to be. I mean, a soft spot to land. But instead, I come home and I got to deal with a dragon and a lion. You feel what I'm saying? That's not comfortable for me. I'll find comfort somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? Tashiyam?
Oh, God, sir, I just wanted to add, the brother, we got to be careful, too. And we got a scripture on the end of all of our classes, and that's Acts chapter 19 and verse 15. Maybe we should go there, sir, and bring that out about.
Read it.
All right. Let's see. So I want to go up to verse 13. All right. So what it is this is a certain Jew, right? It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews took upon them to call over them which had evil spirit, the name of the Lord. Let me go up. Acts 19. Okay, I'm gonna start at Acts chapter 19 and 11. And the reason why we pulling this scripture right here is so that you can understand that you have to be equipped when you're dealing with these spirits, because if not, these spirits will jump on you and tear you up. Absolutely. All right. So this is a situation where Paul was in a situation that someone tried to do as the prophets of the Lord did. All right. So this is Acts chapter 19. This is Acts chapter 19 and verse 11. And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchief or aprons.
So they brought the sick handkerchief and aprons. Go ahead.
And the diseased departed from them. And the evil spirit went out of them.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. Then certain of the vagabond Jews exorcists
meaning they cast out the demon. The demon left them. Go ahead.
Took upon them to call over them which had the evil spirit the name of the Lord Yahushua, saying, we adjure you by Yahushua whom Paul preached.
Go ahead.
And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and chief of the priests which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said,
he said what?
The evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know.
Now these are vagabond Jews, right? You familiar with that term? These like knockoff Israelites. I mean, they doing this on their own, right? So when he go to cast out this spirit, when he go to cast out this demon, the demon looked at him and was like, no.
Answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are you?
That spirit, or that demon told him he didn't have the authority to cast them out. Go ahead.
And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them.
So now when that demon said, you can't overpower me, that demon jumped out of them and onto him.
and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
So when it took them over, they went crazy. They lost their mind. And that's why brothers lead the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to check your woman and she blaze on you.
Right.
You try to check your woman and she, you know what I mean? She blaze a hip hop and R&B. You know what I'm saying? She give you the workout plan, and then, I mean, you out the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't deal with that demon, and it's so and it's righteous because of this. If you can't deal with that demon, brother, you know what I mean? When you an officer of 500 and you got to deal with an issue with two brothers, you can't even deal with your red. You know what I'm saying? So you damn sure ain't dealing with two men.
Right.
3, 4, 5 men. You're an officer of 500. You're in charge of 500 families. When 500 men come to you with an issue, you can't even deal with your rib. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, you know what you got to do.
So I can make sure if I may. So the brother, look, you got to make sure that you stay in your book, stay prayed up, stay meditated, keep on the full armor of the Most High, because if you don't,
prayed up.
You got to stay freed up. Stay
freed up.
Them demons, them demons that get up on you and back you up, and next thing you know, you'll be in church clapping hands talking about praise the Lord.
Banging the tambourine.
You'll be back up in there.
That demon going to destroy you. You feel what I'm saying?
You got to hold the line. You got to stay the ground.
That's what the demon's job is. The demon's job is to destroy you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
it's like, sir, I definitely did check her on it too. And I mean, and she did get quiet afterwards.
Yeah, but it's like I had to do that every day.
Every day
until Christ return. Every day until Christ return. You gotta check your woman every day until Christ return. You ain't gonna just say, yeah, chill, stop that shit, and then she done and she never gonna do it again. That's a woman. You're gonna do that every day until Christ return. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the life that's the thorn that's in your side. You feel what I'm saying? All right, I know you got more.
So dealing with her, you know what I mean? Her idea of what a man and a woman is supposed to be still comes from the world. So what is the role of a man and a woman when you're serving Christ in the ISUPK?
Give me the head of a woman.
It's like it.
1 Corinthians. I think it's 1st or 2nd Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3.
If I may, sir. So recently, she got mad at me because she had asked me to pay her phone bill and to give her some gas money. Now, this wasn't a hard thing, but
you know what?
I know it's like it.
Give me if a woman maintained her husband, where's that at? Where's Tasha? It's like I get it. Go ahead.
But she has an excellent job. You know what I mean? So I said no.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't see the need for me to pay for all your stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing the men that she was dealing with before did pay, you know what I mean? Did all those money things I guess she's looking for and stuff like that. I told her no. I was like, you have a nice job. I'm like, and she has, and her children work. I'm like, your child work, ask her for some money. You know what I mean? Right. So, you know what I mean? And so she was like, oh, you're not a good husband and stuff like that. And la-di-da-di-da.
Give me Ecclesiastes. Pull that scripture in Chris. Yeah, right. Hold that prayer, Bob. You got the scripture in Corinthians? But read that.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man. What's the head?
The leader.
The leader. So the leader of every man is Christ. We look up to Christ. We look for Christ for our orders. Right? Go ahead. Right. So to us, Christ is a representation of the Most High. Right. All right? Go ahead.
And the head of every woman is the man.
So to her, you are the representation of the Most High.
Right.
What you say, you are her leader. You are her outer one. You feel what I'm saying? You are her teacher. You know what I'm saying? When she learn anything, she learn it from you. She get any orders, anything she get it from you. You are her teacher. You feel what I'm saying? Just like we got to go to the men above us to learn and be taught, she comes to you to be taught.
Right.
So when she needs to shut the hell up, you the one that needs to tell her that.
Right.
When she need to go sit down or do whatever she need to do, you got to be one to tell her that. And you got to check that shit every day. You feel what I'm saying? Keep going, Zarabakar.
And the head of Christ is God.
Mm-hmm. Drop that. Give me Ecclesiasticus. Start at 21. 25 and Ecclesiasticus 25 and 21.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman,
mm-hmm.
and desire her not for pleasure.
Now that's kind of Israel all day. When we look at a woman, we look at her body. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're like, damn, look at Shorty. Da 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 da. She light skinned, she dark skinned, she got this, she got that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
At first sight, that's what we see. And we go to that woman because of what she can give to us in our sight, visually. You feel what I'm saying? And when we desire women, a lot of times it's because of that, right? But the scriptures say, don't desire a woman for that. Now, in here, we ain't looking at a woman because of what she can give us, our pleasure that comes from a woman. We're looking at a woman for more than that. You know what I'm saying? We look at our women as daughters of the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? We look at our women as daughters of Israel. So we treat our women differently, and we desire women for totally different reasons. But most men, they desire women because of what she look like.
Right.
For the pleasure. Go ahead. What you got?
1 Corinthians 11 and 8 too.
What's that?
It says, for the man is not of the woman,
Mm-hmm.
but the woman of the man.
Heavy point. You know what I mean? Take us back to Ecclesiasticus 25 and 22.
Mm-hmm. Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 22.
Go ahead.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudency, and much reproach.
So a woman that she got to do things. She got to do things for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she got to be like, oh, I know this nigga ain't gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? She got to maintain and keep you. If she got to tell you what to do, if she become your head, she'll be full of much anger, reproach, and impudence. You know what I mean? She's going to look down on you. And that anger starts to breed and fester. And that's when problems start. Because you don't tell her to shut, not you personally. But I mean, but if a brother don't tell his wife, shut the hell up, you feel what I'm saying? And go sit down. If you don't check that, this is what happens. She becomes your head. What? Read that again. What you just had, Zarabakar? Ecclesiastic, 1 Corinthians. Read that. What you just had.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
So if those roles flip, read what you got, Mataziala.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband.
So if you become of the woman, go ahead.
Is full of anger.
She gonna get that anger, that demon coming. Go ahead.
Impudence and much reproof.
That's where that demon come from. If those roles flip somehow, you got to battle, and then you got to fight to get back on top, and that's where the fight starts. You feel what I'm saying? It's a rumble in the crib, and you better box that demon whole head off. You not allowed to lose in UPK. You don't let you lose. You feel what I'm saying? You can't lose. And if you got to fight until the day Christ return, that's your fight. Go ahead. What you got?
But what? Okay, so what does it mean when like? So am I not doing my job as a husband if I don't pay for her stuff? It's like because it says to maintain.
Okay. Yes, you are doing your job as a husband because your job as a husband ain't just to pay for her stuff.
Right.
Your job as a husband is to teach her lessons, to raise her to be a better person because she looks to you for her lessons, for her guidance. She comes to you That's your job. Paying for her stuff, what she wants, that's what she wants. So if you want a phone, then pay for it.
Right.
If you want sneakers, then pay for them.
Right.
That's what you want. If she come to you like, yo, can I get these sneaks? All right, bet. Go get the sneaks. You want them, go pay for them. And that's how you run your house. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you want to buy it, then you buy it. But whatever it is, the lesson comes from you. And whatever gift you give her, it comes with a lesson. Whether it's destructive or whether it's growth. So all of this is spiritual.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? What you learning is how to deal with that woman's spirit. How to deal with your spirit. That's why you in here. That's why we all in here. To fix our spirit.
Right.
We got to check ourselves first. And then you could go home and check your wife. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, sir.
So you got to find yourself first. You just came in here. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the street. It's going to take some time. Most of these brothers that came in here, a lot of them, and it's sad to say, a lot of brothers, they came in here with their bread. That woman that they came in with, they're not with them no more. Women find it way harder to live this lifestyle.
Right.
Most women rebel this lifestyle. And it's a sad thing in Israel, but it's true. When the brother come off the streets with his woman into the truth, the woman don't change with the man. Because the man wants better. The man want to find a way into, the man want something in life. Women don't see that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that discourse is what causes a man to go through something. And he got to deal with that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a lot of time what brothers have, the issues that they have coming into the truth. You lose your woman because she likes the wickedness of America.
Right.
And she don't like you changing. She wants that old. She said you said she called you by your slave name.
Right.
She wants him back.
Right.
She want the weed smoking, drug dealing nigga that was doing whatever he was doing. She wants him back. And you don't even want that nigga back.
Right.
That's the beginning of the disagreement. And if two don't agree, they can't walk together. You feel what I'm saying? That's the disconnect, and that's where the disrespect starts. You know what I mean? It's Robert Carr.
That what you saying is so heavy because
that's the most high curse.
Yeah, like what you saying is extremely heavy because, like you said, that person that she wants back will put her on the pedestal that the Lord belongs to. You know what I'm saying? They teach us to worship our woman,
right,
in America. So like we taught to do everything to keep that woman. You know what I mean? We think happy wife, happy life.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
And it really emasculates us to the point now. She like Officer Knox said, like she's fighting with you to go backwards. You know, she sees that you're not under her control no more. You know what I'm saying? So now she's trying anything she can.
Right.
Pay for my bill. Now she's reaching, trying to see what she can. Then she attacks you as a man. You know what I mean? Because that's what they've been bred to do.
And what he's saying is so heavy because she attacking your masculinity. She attacking your testosterone. And you're going to have to let it out. You're going to have to bark in the house and shut all that shit down. Deflate all that shit. And that's how you run your house. You got to get your house back in order as a man. Because coming off the streets, we don't think like that. Go ahead, what you got to say?
I was just thinking about some of the stuff she said to me, like when I was just a young man coming here, like before I got my name, she would say stuff like, I'm gonna make you Christian again. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Like so she really be
right.
She really be on some wicked stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of times she would play the victim. Like for example, like we be in the car, it's like I'll be in a car and she be driving somewhere else and we'll get in the phone talking. And she'll pretend like to get in a car accident or something and scream, you know what I mean? And hang up the phone like she got hurt or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then she doing wild stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just
that's what we talking about right now. I'm glad you asked this question. Because what you dealing with is a demon. You dealing with a wicked spirit. You feel what I'm saying? And you've been here for a long time. And I imagine you've been dealing with that spirit for a long time. And that's probably what kept you on the fence. I would imagine. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's hard. It's hard. Your woman, that's That's the woman of your bosom. But remember when Ezekiel, when his wife died, he was ready to break down and cry. And they told him, put your headpiece on and go to camp. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Put your boots on and come to class every day. Every day. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what that means? You can't be unclean. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Right?
Right.
Because the Lord gonna change you. The Lord is gonna save you. As you can see, you see where that lifestyle can take you.
Mm-hmm.
You see where that'll take you to. And as always, it's up to you to choose. But I would advise you to stay far away from that system. You know what I'm saying? As mentally far away from her as you possibly can.
Common concept.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I have been talking to her like for like 4 days now. You know what I mean? So she's finally getting the picture that, you know what I mean, that I'm going to be here and not with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And she finally understands that I'm not going to tolerate her disrespect and stuff like that. So it is working. I mean, common concept.
It'll sound crazy, but as we just quote the scripture, you know what I'm saying? The brother that stays in the truth, I mean, the brother that stays with the Most High, he going to give me. Did we read that? Is that the scripture we just read?
Which one, sir?
The wicked, the wife, you stay in the. God damn it!
Maintain her husband.
No, trying to think of how the scripture go. He gonna be free from her hands or free from her bed. Did we just read that?
Yes, sir.
We just read that.
Yes.
Did we finish that? Did we finish that scripture? All right, go ahead. Keep reading.
Want me to start from the top or? Select. I just read.
Yeah, from the top.
Oh, from the top.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
Go ahead.
And as her hands as bands.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her.
That's what you need. When you please the Lord gonna get you away from that. And I think it says it again. It says this like 2 or 3 times in Ecclesiasticus 24, read Ecclesiasticus 24th, the 24th chapter and the 25th chapter. That'll help you with dealing with your woman. You know what I'm saying? But I think it says it again in that chapter. This is what you need. When you please the Most High is gonna save you. He gonna save you from that evil, that wickedness. He gonna save you from that turmoil. And if you gotta live with that, then you just gotta live with it. You know what I'm saying? But she's a rip, so she's gonna be around until she decides to leave.
Right.
And you just better hope and pray the Lord lets her do the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Common concept.
Pray to the Lord and that you please the Most High and she do the right thing, whatever the hell that is. You know what I mean? Keep going, Rabakar.
But the sinner shall be taken by her.
The sinner shall be taken by her. So before that was you was that man and you was overtaken by her. I mean, you was smitten by her. I mean, whether it was her the pleasure that you saw from her, or whether it was how she looked, how she talked, whatever it was, you was smitten by her. Mm-hmm. And you found yourself in a position where it's hard to get out of because you was a sinner. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But as you come out of that lifestyle, you please the Most High, you get out of that category. And you find yourself in another category. So just keep doing what the Lord told you to do. You feel what I'm saying? And that's waking up Israel, waking up other sisters, waking up brothers. You feel what I'm saying? And just keep the Most High in your prayers and keep the Most High in your vision, and all of that's going to just move out the way.
Common
You
concept.
know what I'm saying? I know you got more. So like,
What if you want to do the same situation, but it's not a sister, it's a brother. It's not in the church.
So on the opposite hand.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as a sister in the truth, and you dealing with a brother that's in the world, same thing.
Christian church.
You dealing with a brother that's in the church.
Christian church.
Yikes. That's a wicked spirit. Salaki. That's a tough one. And you know what? this is why we need to come to class, because we deal with these things every day, and this is mental health. You know what I'm saying? This is things that we go home and live with. We come here to free our minds and free ourselves of that hell that we got to go home to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you know, the more and more you come here, the more and more you find that comfort. Your spirit finds comfort in the Lord. As you come to the school, you'll find that brother is going to, again, start to disconnect. Y'all going to have it's going to become a point in time where the conversation just ain't conversating. Where we just ain't having that conversation no more. And then he sleep on that side of the bed, you sleep on this side of the bed.
You don't live with me.
Huh?
No.
He sit on that couch and you sit on this couch. He drive that car, you drive this car. It just come a time where we no longer close. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just grow apart. And that's just the way things happen. But as a sister, you got an oath to stay with that man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in here. So it's a tough one, but you gotta ride that wave. You know what I mean? Always seek counsel. Always talk to the generals, talk to the men above you. Seek real counsel. Right now, this is to be unofficial, but seek real counsel of what you should do with scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And talk to General Hyman, talk to, Captain Ward, any of the captains, and find a way to live your life with the Lord. You know what I mean? But what you're doing is absolutely incredible. The tea is amazing. The lemonade is amazing. The food is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what you're doing is incredible, and your spirit is so well loved in this class. You know what I'm saying? We all benefit from you being who you are. You know what I mean? We appreciate you. So, Most High Christ. So, lock, yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing, sis. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll see what happens. So, Robert Carr?
There's a precept for that.
Mm-hmm.
1 Peter chapter 3:1.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection unto
Right.
your own husband.
That's the non-believer, right? Go ahead.
That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Mm-hmm. That's Tashiam, give me the non-believer. The woman that lived with the non-believer.
I'm sorry. That's First Corinthians 7.
All right. Go ahead, pull it. Go ahead.
7.
Sorry.
You can start at. You want the unmarried, right, sir?
Mary.
I mean, married.
Yeah.
Verse 11. 1 Corinthians 7 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I will start at verse 10.
Hold on.
Come on, let the wife depart, sir.
No. Start at 13. 1 Corinthians 7 and 13.
And the woman which have an husband that believeth not.
This is you, sis. You got a husband that believeth not. I mean, he don't believe that Christ was black. He don't believe that the white man is like our oppressor is the devil. Go ahead.
And if he be pleased to dwell with her.
So if he pleased to dwell with you, if it's all right, y'all in that house, y'all chilling, y'all eat dinner together, watch TV. You know what I mean? If he pleased to dwell with you, go ahead.
Let her not leave him.
And live in that house. And live with that brother. Go ahead.
Okay. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
So of course you know that brother is saved by you. I ain't gonna say saved, but he's cleaned by you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord is going to look after him through you. He's going to give him mercy on your behalf. Right? Go ahead.
And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
Of course, the brother right here, his wife, she don't listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord will show her mercy through you. Go ahead.
Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy.
And even the children that y'all may have together. The children is sanctified from what you do. because you trying to please the Most High, and you trying to fight through the hell that you got to live through. You feel what I'm saying? But because you here every day, they get the mercy that you get. So hopefully, one day they'll understand. Hopefully, one day they'll walk in the class with you and say, you know what? What they talking about in that classroom? You feel what I'm saying? What y'all be talking about in that classroom? Let me log on. I'm gonna see what they doing in ISUPK. And maybe in that day, you'll be free from that hell. You know what I mean? Any more on that?
Go
ahead.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
So if that brother leave, let him leave. If the sister leave, let her leave. Go ahead.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
They don't have the law. They don't even know the law. You know what I mean? And you won't be chastised because that brother left or that sister left, because they was a non-believer. They didn't believe in the truth anyway. You know what I mean? You did what you had to do. And as long as you do that and he roll, so be it. Shalom. You know what I mean? Any more on that? Yeah, keep good. Read the rest of it.
But God has called us to peace.
Called us to peace. That's what we're here for. I mean, the peace, live and dwell in peace. That hell that we gotta live in with that crazy woman or that crazy man, that ain't peaceful. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Show y'all brothers and y'all sisters know. You know what I mean? To live with a wife that's loony as hell. And likewise for the sister that live with a man that's loony. You know what I mean? What time is it? It's night. Any other questions? Any questions? All right. So with that being said, we're gonna pass the class to preaching officers around the clock.
Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is the ISUPK security announcements. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'asharah means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. The priest fund is a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give, or any size bottle. All right. Shout out to my Ottawa Tatiana for that. Upcoming holy convocations is Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets. Is it Sunday, September 21st? 25th. Sunday, September 25th. Oh, also you have the fire weekend in Chicago. It's not a high holy day, but we have in Chicago. It's July 21st to the 24th. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black pants, boots, shirts, headband, and scarf. With that being said, men of Israel, Elijah, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Elijah Shabbat, Elijah, Rock, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Yahweh Shabbat, Sar, turn to 50 sisters. Sisters Elijah, men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Elijah Shabbat, Elijah, Rock, Yahweh Shemar Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shemar Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shabbat, class dismissed. Shalom.